Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one, both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. Not going to risk a return here. Catch. The offense lining up for a first down play. To the ground with the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Alabama quickly back to the line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical. They love running the football. That's their identity. But the defense getting that stop on 3rd and short against the run, that sets a very clear message that they've shown up to play. They know it's coming, and they're going to...
And that ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
After watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. But he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
They think there's room to run to the right here. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Offense in the hurry up. Give to the running back. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Scanning the field. It's Milroe. Keeps looking downfield. Lets it fly. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grab near the sticks. It's Williams. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Now this offense facing a third and long from their own 30. He's looking downfield to throw. The short hands, it's Bernard. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down.
He's loose. He's at the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Penn State.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes that Alabama offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. Got enough for the first. Strikes the blow. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. To the ground to try to move the chains. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Penn State 14, Alabama 7.
The Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. On the run, it's Singleton. Running with power. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgear.
And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! He's going to get a property tax bill in the end zone because this guy is spending a lot of time there. He might start taking aim at some of those Nittany Lion touchdown records.
Yeah, and those are some records. I mean, you start talking about Larry Johnson, Saquon Barkley, and all the Kajana Carter going back. I mean, so many great running backs at Penn State. To be on that list, to be talked about in that vein, I think you're having yourself a day.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Now improvising. Fires downfield. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Nice job by the quarterback, evading the rush, getting outside the pocket, and then not turning the football over. It's so hard not to try to force the football down the field. Good job. Incompletion. Next play.
On third down, going up top. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The offense hasn't been able to get it done on fourth down. 0 for 2 so far. They'll try to turn that around here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in
just steamrolling his way through. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. They'll ride the hot hand. They knock him down right there.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Plows through the defense. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try the right side.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
The Nittany Lions come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's right on target. so close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. They go right back to their man on second and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his fourth trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
A fair catch called for and made. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Wants to throw, it's Milroe. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And that pass is intercepted. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves to change for the first down. The Nittany Lions have taken it inside the 20. Right back to the well. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll try it over the left side. Discards a man. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the He'll off one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to
makes the grab on the right. Off he goes. Running inside the 20. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Going for 6. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll run play action. Quarterback moving. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Singleton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart. If you're going to be aggressive.
All kinds of running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, it's Allard. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's caught inside the 20. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Penn State.
They are really clicking along. First and goal on just the fourth play of the drive. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. We're ready to get it started here in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wallace. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen.
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it first and 10 in plus territory. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. And the Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. 14. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they can. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on second down from the 15. Looking to pass. It's Milroe. Fires one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. No return coming. He'll call for the 50. Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 3rd-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Nittany Lions will get us started with the opening kickoff. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. First down here for the offense. Takes a handoff. It's Henderson. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. He'll try it again. Hard running there. And he fights his way forward, gets away from 1, but not much doing on that one. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
Seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Buckeyes will have a first down. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Steps away. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Moves away as he feels pressure. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Man, I've been there before. It's the opening drive of the game. You're trying to scramble, make something happen, and you get absolutely lit up. Man, that cold tub, that can't come soon enough. Bad news.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy.
Fires and picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
How about that? They knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to...
He's going to take a shot right away. Pass on the way. It's picked off. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They think there's room to run to the right here. At the 35, he's loose. And he breaks into the open. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Leaves it with the back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got it in stride inside the 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. The Nittany Lions are rolling down the field. The give to the tailback. Smashes through the tackle. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Ballard. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Ohio State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking for room, it's Judkins. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll give it to the back. And they pick up the 1st down in what might be the last play here in the 1st quarter.
For the offense. That's the end of the 1st quarter with the score tied at 7.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Breaks the tackle. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Dropping back, it's Howard. Looking to scramble. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that 1st down. You can call him whatever you want, but that was really smart.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. He could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you show your exotic looks, you get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. They want to run it left here. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. Oh, picked off. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off in the 26.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Looking for a gap. It's Judkins. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now they'll try the right side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Looking to throw, it's Howard. Moves around to clear up the vision. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set in the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play-calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big-bodied guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Pushes toward the goal line. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. And that'll do it. Here in the 2nd quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. And the Buckeyes will boot it away to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense is really good bad.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. And they've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
Looking for space, it's Henderson. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Now, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for them.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. The Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. It's still 3rd and goal. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes his connection. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And this one splits the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets...
Oh, look out! And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. To the ground. He's got it again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. On the run, it's Wallace. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love when you break out the hit stick. When you come and that guy gets struck and he goes backwards, that's how you bring it.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He makes a grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I love it. The offense being aggressive. They're taking a shot. Good job by the QB getting a lot of air under that ball. And how about the receiver and his ability to track it?
The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. The quarterback sneak, looking to eke out a few yards. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Well, I think sometimes on 1st and goal like that, you're just trying to get up to the line of scrimmage early. You're trying to catch the defense off guard. So you go quarterback sneak, you find the crease, you plow forward, and it worked. They score a touchdown.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ballard. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
Here's the give off the left side. Shakes off the tackle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now on first down from the 30.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it takes you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
The Buckeyes are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. First down here for the offense. Might as well give it to him again. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Penn State 14, Ohio State 10.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wide out in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Makes the catch past the sticks. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. Oh, look out, the ball's free. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with...
And he's running in the open. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. The give as they work on that clock. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ballard. He doesn't get it back to the 25. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You've got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He wants to throw. With the catch, it's Henderson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Dropping back, it's Howard. Quickly complete. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. The completion well past the sticks. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now,
oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
How about that athleticism by the tight end, stretching out and diving to haul that pass in. Great play.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it on the move. He will step out of bounds balls, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Buckeyes are threatening in the red zone. Using his legs, it's Judkins. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
On the ground. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Back to pass, it's Howard. It's complete to the left. And the ball's on the ground. Oh, he's got a chance. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. Touchdown, Penn State! And the defense doing work.
Hey, great job by the defense. The ball's thrown, the ball's completed, swarming to the football, knock it out, and then guess what? Be there to run it back to the end zone. Huge play by this defense.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. They're lining up to kick it away, and that defense salivating after getting the scoop and score. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level.
Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Smith. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm fine.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. To the air, it's Howard. Throws for the tight end. It's complete. Got a lot of running room. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes courtesy of the big play covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. So they've got the lead down to 10 here. A little bit interesting as they're set to kick it away. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And as we get later in this game, Jesse, you want to keep moving the ball and being aggressive, but don't turn the thing. Nothing but green ahead. At the 30, there's a live football. The D scoops it up, and everybody reverses field. The Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line. A first down run on the doorstep. And they swarm him under. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run it to the left looking for the end zone. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. They'll try to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
They say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Ready to try the point after. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth.
42, Ohio State, 25.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Ballard. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Ohio State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Corner's going to give them room. They'll throw it on 1st down. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take
Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. The calendar has been circled for both teams in this one. Two of college football's elite, ready to go head-to-head in a top-5 showdown. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 3rd-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway.
Set to kick off.
He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he...
The 15.
The end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. Line gets set, first down. Quarterback checking off. They're going to test the right side with this one. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. On the ground, it's Singleton. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29.
And they have got a weapon in this offense right there at running back. This dude... tremendous. And you think about Franco Harris, you think about Ki-Jana Carter, Curtis Enis, Saquon Barkley, time and time again, Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a problem, and this defense better find a way to slow him down.
The give to the back. Still running at the 40. Just causing wreckage in the secondary. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. And into the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. First down for this offense. They'll try the run. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing on the play?
Not so fast. You think it's going to be automatic, 2nd and short. They're just going to turn around and hand it off. But how about the penetration up front defensively, shutting that play down?
Yeah, and if your defense wants to be aggressive, well, that's fine. 3rd and short, I still got 4th down as well, so don't be afraid to be aggressive on those and play action, because defense a lot of times really expects run, and it can take some big shots in man coverage down the field.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's reeled in. It's Smith. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 10. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Oh, nice play by the offense. But listen, defensively, I gave up the big play. It's over. Short memory. Now I got to bow my neck, make a stop on this goal line stand.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the boulevard. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. All tied up, just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
And the Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
The Nittany Lions are on the move. They'll give it to him again. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Looking for space. It's Wallace. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Finds a crease at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Going up top. Catch inside the 25. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
In the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's perfect. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. He'll try the left side, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
The end of the first quarter with the score tied at 14.
I really like this call to go for it on 4th down in this area of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the big fella. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Using his legs at CTN. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. The give and the run on 4th down. The Bulldogs pick up the 1st down.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. To the air, it's Beck. Buys a little time. Gets rid of it. It's complete on the right side. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. They go to the ground. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been
headed to the end zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Dogs! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wallace. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. This might depend on the spot, but I think he's going to come up just inches short of converting that 3rd down. Try to get it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Running behind that left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how a play on the defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy. It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
That is just a play you've got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive. He's not able to come up with it.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Offense facing 4th down.
The offense stays on the field despite the fact they've misfired on 2 4th down attempts already. Can they change their luck? He's got it, and they convert. At the 40, there he goes. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy's not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic, they got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
The AT unit on the field. Splits those uprights right in half. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. And we're all square as he set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out. And the ball slipped out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Offensive plays, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. Handoff to the single back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next time.
The Nittany Lions are in the red zone. They'll try to run for it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And I think on that 3rd down and short call, I honestly think that they thought it was going to be a 4th down situation. Now it's 4th and 2. I think this offense was ready for this opportunity, and I think they're going to go for it right here.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up the 3 spot before the break. It's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Winning the turnover battle is so important. You got to make these turnovers convert into points. They get the fumble recovery. Yeah, they didn't get a touchdown, but they're still able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. The Nittany Lions will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bell. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Running back searching for a hole. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. And the Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. Looking for a crease to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Back to throw, it's Allard. Quickly to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
How quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
To the ground with the back. He breaks a tackle, and he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. They're getting this guy lathered up. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And padding those stats, and all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He'll bring it out. It's Bell. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football down.
And I think here, too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Running toward the tape. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him.
You cannot let that happen to you defensively. That is the definition of getting gashed. They didn't have one guy in their front seven even get a finger on that guy.
They're bringing heat. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. And the Bulldogs want to move quickly. This offense thought they had the defense reeling on its heels, but the D stands tall and comes up with a sack.
But why not, right? If I make a big play, I got no problem going back to it. But the defense said, I got you. I understand what you're doing. I know you're going back to it. They were ready for it. They had the answer for it. And they got the QB and got his butt on the ground.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The Dogs are marching down the field. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Second and goal for this offense. Tries again to get it in. Knocked down for the tackle. Let's see what the offense dials up on third and goal. Trying to bully their way in. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Singleton. He gets a block. Gets it out to the 33 before he goes out of bounds. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things, Mike.
Afterburners coming at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Penn State!
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10.
Georgia, 28.
And here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Man, that is a huge missed opportunity for this offense. When big plays like that present themselves, you have got to hit them. The receiver did a great job with his route. He was able to get.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Finds his man, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Looking for a man. It's back. Zings it complete to the right.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
He's back to throw on second down. Quick completion on the out route. At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Penn State, 38. Georgia, 28.
And the Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The aerial assault continues. Buys a little time with his feet. Trying to make magic with his feet.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Going for it all. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Going for it on fourth down must be part of their philosophy. Just 1 for 3 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I don't know if there's
they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. The give. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up. Looking for room, it's Wallace. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop, and that's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
He's going for it all. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Listen, the enemy is the clock, right? You're down by 2 scores. You've got to make something happen. Really, really good job by the defense, forcing the turnover, getting the ball back to your offense.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to the ground game on the left. Across the 25, he's got room. Open runway ahead. Inside the 30. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
Well, there's a big run on offense, and guys, I don't think a defender even touched him anywhere near the line of scrimmage. That's how big that hole was.
1st and 10, they're down to the 25. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
It's just simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. The run to the left. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Gonna run it. It's Martin. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And that's so well done by the defense there. Not only are you preventing him from getting the 1st down, you're also getting him out of bounds. So you stop the clock. You need to get the football back. You're doing a great job of conserving time on the clock for your offense to go and get you the win.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
That is how you rise to the occasion late in the game. Your defense had to come up big, had to get the offense the football back. So they're trailing by a little bit now. Let's go make this thing even more special.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Running to the left. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Back to pass, it's Beck. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air. But a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unleashes one. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is, too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were. Because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. Better get rid of this one quick.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. On third down, he drops to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's picked off for the third time today. Got some room to run. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that.